Hello, everyone. So I do apologize. Probably apologizing for the fifth, sixth time. The live didn't work. I'm not too sure what's wrong with my stream service, OBS. So I created the template that you see here, and I present the information for you just to make it more digestible, versus me talking and no pictures, images, or words on the screen. So right now I'm recording the information that I wanted to present to you during the live. So just that I can post it to you today for anybody interested. Today I'm talking about magnesium, a common supplement that men, women, especially us women take because we think we might need magnesium. Maybe our lab levels came back low, or maybe we heard in the media or in the news that magnesium is good for us. Maybe we're not eating enough magnesium rich foods, so we want to try magnesium. And I want to talk about magnesium and the different types of magnesium that exist so that you get a better understanding what it is that you really need when it comes to trying magnesium. Now, magnesium is an essential mineral like sodium, potassium. It's used for muscle function, nerve function, bone health, and energy production. It supports heart health. It regulates blood sugar and aids in stress reduction and helps to sleep. But there are certain magnesiums which are better for sleep than others, and that's something I want to go over with you today. Magnesium also supports digestive health. I'll talk about two main magnesiums that are used with digestive health. And so that's what I really want to get into is the different types of magnesium because there are so many. There are at least 10 or 11 that are on the market right now, and you might be confused about which one you need to try. So let's get into it. So the first magnesium that I'm jumping into is magnesium citrate. I've provided the dosing for you as FYI. It's best used for relief of constipation due to its mild laxative effect. There are a couple of these on the market. It's also used to support increasing your magnesium levels if those are deficient, if you found that those are deficient within your lab tests. So again, most of these lab tests are going to be done on an annual basis, or if you go into your physician or your nurse's office and you're not feeling well, they might want to draw these labs, but I'm assuming there are other labs that they're going to draw ahead of that, just to see what's really going on in your body. Is there something that's environmentally going on, or if there's something that is genetically going on? There's so many ways in which your provider is going to assess your situation. So just keep that in mind when you are thinking about trying to supplement. Next on the list is magnesium oxide. Now, magnesium oxide has a higher magnesium content, but it's less absorbed. So that's really going to be important too. Is when I talk to you about magnesium, I may have said this in one of the other lives that just didn't work out. Not all magnesium is created equal. So even though it has a higher concentration, it's less absorbed, and that's why there's more inside this particular product. It's often used for relieving constipation and heartburn, but it's not the best choice for correcting magnesium deficiency due to its lower bioavailability. And understand, this is magnesium oxide, different from citrate, excuse me. So one might have a laxative effect and one might have more of a bulking effect. So it's just really going to be important to understand what additives are going to be included in your magnesium. So hopefully I'm not confusing you, but just wanted to make that clear. So let's keep going. Let's keep going and talking about the different types of magnesium that exist on the market. Next is magnesium glycinate. Now, magnesium glycinate is highly absorbed, better than the other two, and is less likely to cause that laxative effect that you saw with magnesium citrate and magnesium oxide. So one thing you want to be sure to understand is it's ideal for women who want to actually correct magnesium deficiency, reduce anxiety, improve sleep, and relieve muscle cramps. So magnesium glycinate, you might hear it amongst women who are in the perimenopausal, menopausal stage of life, that it helps them go to sleep, become more relaxed in the evening time, because some may not respond well to melatonin, so they might try magnesium glycinate. It's a very popular magnesium that women, I would say, who are between the ages of 35 and 55 have tried, especially for that sleep. Let me bounce to the next one. And now we have magnesium malate. So now this is the powder form. So magnesium comes in different dosaging. It's powder or bulk. I'm sorry, powder or capsule. Just know that the powder is just put into a capsule, and that's how it's marketed and sold. Either one is okay. It depends on your preference, if you have tried it or if you're going to try it. This is a commercially available powder that I'm showing you here just so that you can get an idea that it does come in capsule, it does come in powder form. So magnesium malate is often recommended for those with chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia. It helps with energy and energy production as well as muscle pain. Now please understand that it's well absorbed and gentler on the stomach. But again, if you're having fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue, these are things you're going to want to talk to either your physician, your nurse, or your local pharmacist about. And that's one thing I want to stress too. I meant to stress this earlier. I probably said it in one of the previous tries, is to, when you're having any kind of health issue, before you self-medicate, if you're not used to trying medication on your own or dosing yourself, or if you don't have a health background, please go into your local pharmacy and talk to your pharmacist about different things that you're going through. They might, at the end of the day, recommend you go see a provider, a healthcare provider, like a physician or a nurse or a physician's assistant. But oftentimes they can just give you some recommendations about what to try and what not to try, what to stay away from, because they have the information on drug-drug interactions, drug-food interactions, and things of that nature. So it's going to be really important for you all out there to please, exercise your due diligence and go out there and talk to your local pharmacist if you have any drug-related questions, whether it's prescription or over-the-counter. Hopefully they have time to answer your questions. Next on the list, I want to talk about magnesium L-threonate. So this form of magnesium is known for its potential to cross the blood-brain barrier, which is really important for a lot of people, making it useful in improving cognitive function, memory, and supporting brain health. So again, you're going to see more and more providers or menopause specialists talking about trying magnesium L-threonate or magnesium glycinate. These are the ones that are really important for women, especially as they reach that certain age, above 35, above 40, because of our estrogen hormone on the decline. Estrogen hormone is declining at that age, and so it's going to be important for us to supplement in some way, shape, or form to help us with our cognitive function. I talk about estrogen a lot on my channel, and I'll leave a link to a couple of videos about what to look for with high estrogen, low estrogen, things you can do in terms of alternatives. I also talk about hormone or menopausal replacement therapy. So do keep in mind that I have a playlist and a lot of videos out there that talk about this. So after this, go ahead and check them out, and then leave in the comments any questions you have, because I'm going to be producing more videos that talk about these very things that impact perimenopausal and menopausal women. Next on the list, I want to talk about magnesium taurate. Now, this magnesium I actually have. It's often used for supporting cardiovascular health, and it combines magnesium with taurate, which is an amino acid that benefits heart function. It's also a good option for reducing blood pressure and supporting overall heart health. Now, the reason I use taurate versus the glycinate or the L-threonate is because I have been increasing my workout routine, more strength training, and so I wanted to supplement this just to make sure I'm supporting my cardiovascular health. To be sincere with you, I've been increasing the amount of strength training and trying to cut the calories. Story of our lives, right? Cut the calories and the amount of food that I eat, or the types of food that I eat. I would say actually the types of foods that I eat. So I just wanted to support myself with magnesium, and I'm taking this one, magnesium taurate. Next is magnesium chloride. So magnesium chloride is well absorbed and can be taken orally or applied topically. It's used to support overall magnesium levels. It helps relieve muscle cramps and also improve skin health when used topically. And then let's talk about magnesium sulfate. Many of you know this has Epsom salt. You may have used this after, if you're an athlete, hard workout, hard game, or after pregnancy, after you've delivered. A lot of women might have tried this to release the muscle pains and aches that they feel in their body after delivering their child. It's primarily used topically in bath soaks to relieve muscle soreness, stress, and tension. It is absorbed through the skin and is not typically used as an oral supplement. Let's get into the next one, magnesium aspartate. So magnesium aspartate is well absorbed and is often used for general supplementation to correct magnesium deficiencies. It's also used to support athletic performances and muscle recovery. So I mentioned this in a lot of the other magnesiums. They're good for heart health, muscle recovery, bone supporting, genesis. So I think that it's going to be important for you to really nail down which type of magnesium you think is best for you as you consult with your healthcare provider. All right, magnesium carbonate. Now, magnesium carbonate is used as an antacid to relieve indigestion and heartburn. It converts to magnesium chloride in the stomach, so making it a good source of magnesium, but with lower absorption rates compared to other forms. Because once, of course, as it's going through the stomach, you might understand that there's digestive enzymes that break a lot of things down, and also it goes through first pass through the liver. I'm going to be talking a lot about our liver and how important our liver is. So just understand that magnesium carbonate is also available to you on the market. Now let's talk about magnesium orotate. It's often used for the support of our cardiovascular health and to improve athletic performance due to its role in energy production and heart health. Again, this consistent pattern about cardiovascular health, muscle recovery, things of that nature. And that's why it's been, talked about a lot lately, talked about a lot recently in media and in news and supplement mags, health magazines. Oops, let me not skip over. I think, yeah. Now, magnesium hydroxide. Now, I have an image here. Again, all of these brands, I'm not telling you to buy any of these brands. This is not a, how do I say? This is not, what's the word? When you have ads, it's not a paid sponsorship, I should say. But I just pulling out these different images so that you understand. Capsules, powders. This is a liquid made of magnesium. Many of you have heard about this before. It's an over-the-counter laxative and antacid, and it helps relieve constipation and indigestion. So this is just something you would also may not have known or may have known, that magnesium is also used with hydroxide as a combination to relieve indigestion and constipation. Very similar to carbonate oxide, I would say. Okay, some important notes here. Understand with bioavailability, the absorption rate of magnesium supplements varies, and we spoke about this earlier. Forms like magnesium glycinate, citrate, and malate are better absorbed than other magnesiums like magnesium oxide. Let's go to the next important note, important number 2. The best form of magnesium will depend on an individual need and specific health goals. So it's important to consult with your healthcare provider, as I mentioned before, to determine the most appropriate types and the dose that you need to take. There's always a range of dosing for all of these that I listed here. So it's going to be important to figure out which dose is best for you. And then important note number 3, and I alluded to this earlier, when taken in very large amounts, greater than 350 milligrams per day, magnesium can possibly be unsafe. So large doses and large quantities, they do build up in the body, and some can cause serious side effects, including irregular heartbeats, low blood pressure, confusion, slow breathing. So it's going to be really important for you to not just take anything, but really understand what you're taking and why you're taking it. Again, you got the little liver symbol here. This is the liver. This is our liver. We got to keep this liver healthy. We got to keep it functioning well. So please be sure to keep that in mind anytime you take an oral supplement, medication, food, herbal remedy, anything. Okay. And next live, I'm I'm not too sure I'm going to do this because life keeps acting up on me. I want to talk about natural sources of magnesium, especially coming from food sources, both inorganic, organic, easy access foods that we as women should be implementing in our diet. I want us to go into that. I want us to be able to really dig deep into eating better, into eating more healthily. And I think that's one of the best ways we can start for ourselves. I was thinking the other day that, oh, in order to get on a healthy track, we have to, revert all of our food habits. And it's honestly, it's some most of it that is true. You might want to go to a very bland, basic food level and then modify it from there because it's going to be hard for you to determine which foods are nutritious for you if you're not able to, like I said, know what's you're feeding yourself, understand what you're feeding yourself. Culturally, some of the foods that I've eaten growing up, I don't eat them anymore. I can't eat them anymore. In my at my age, I don't know, they just don't sit well, or sit like they used to. I'm not able to digest it as fast as I used to. And I can talk about that in another video, but as you reach a certain age, you notice that your body doesn't respond to things as they used to. But that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I'm going to post it today. Again, apologize to everyone who joined the live who wasn't able to figure it out with me. But and I might have to record and post moving forward until I can figure out my KPS, KBS rate. But other than that, I do thank you for joining the live. This is me. Please be sure to share, comment, like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. And also, if there is a topic that you would like for me to talk about on a medicine Cabinet Monday, please leave it in the comments below. I'll be happy to research that and talk to you about that. So thank you and see you in the next live video.